Hello and Namaste. This is Venkat Aylur. In this brief video, we will get to know the basic notes of Carnatic music. We all know there are 7 notes in Carnatic music or even in Indian music in general or even in many world music systems. In Carnatic music or in Indian music, we call them Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha and Ni. Now, if I sang it in a particular way, just as pure notes, Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. This denotes a certain variant of the re ga ma and da and ni. Sa and pa are called Prakriti Swaras, so they don't have any variations. I mean, you don't have a Sa 1 or a Sa 2 and such. So that leaves us with the rest of the notes which have multiple forms or varieties. Madhyamam, Ma, has 2 varieties, Ma 1 and Ma 2, called Shuddha Madhyamam and Pratimadhyamam in that order. Then Re, Ga and Dha, Ni have 3 varieties of each, which basically means that each variant is actually a different note by itself. Like for example, Re 1, Re 2, Re 3, called Shuddha Rishabham, Chatu Shruti Rishabham and Shad Shruti Rishabham are 3 different notes. Similarly, Gandharam or Ga, Shuddha Gandharam, Sadharana Gandharam and Antara Gandharam. These are the 3 variants of Ga. Madhyamam we already saw, Shuddha Madhyamam and Pratimadhyamam. Then you have Panchamam, which doesn't have any variations, it's just only one Pa. Then you have Dhaivatam. Shuddha Dhaivatam is Dha 1, Chatushruti Dhaivatam is Dha 2 and Shatshruti Dhaivatam is Dha 3. That takes us to Ni, which has got 3 forms, Ni 1, Ni 2 and Ni 3, respectively called Shuddha Nishadam, Kaishiki Nishadam and Kakali Nishadam. And the next note is Tarasai Shadjam, which basically starts the next octave. Now, if you look at the number of variations of all the notes listed here, you will find 7 notes have 16 variations. However, we don't have 16 note positions or swarasthanams as per the abstraction that we use. If you look at this table I have shown here, you will see that some notes overlap or considered equivalent in terms of their pitch or frequency. Like for instance, Re 2 and Ga 1 are supposed to be same note positions. You can call it Re 2 or Ga 1, but you cannot have both in a particular ragam. Same is the case with Re 3 and Ga 2, and you have Dha 2, Ni 1 as equivalents and Dha 3, Ni 2 as equivalents. So now we are left with 12 swarasthanams or 12 distinct note positions. So now we arrive at this conclusion. 16 variations of 7 notes map into 12 swarasthanams or note positions. Having said this, we have to remember that this classification of notes is for theoretical purposes only. This is not how notes are sung in real life, meaning they are not merely fixed pure pitches or frequencies. Each note, with the exception of Sa and Pa, is often decorated with oscillations, glides, and so on. Such decorations applied to a note is called Gamakam. So due to these Gamakams, we experience music and the notes in very different form than a pure mere plain note. So going ahead, what is a Melakarta? We have 16 variations of 7 notes, but as an abstraction, they have been compressed into 12 positions or swarasthanams. What if we list out all possible combinations using these 12 swaras, ensuring that all 7 notes are used in ragam? That is how we get the basic foundational ragas or Melakarta ragas. This particular classification scheme is called Sampurna Melakarta Paddhati, or the system of classification of ragas. This is what is most widely in use today. There were other Melakarta classification schemes which were used earlier, but those have all been now replaced by the Sampurna Melakarta Paddhati, which is what we come across most commonly today. Now, when we start listing This is how the Melakarta ragas start shaping up. Sa, Rivan, Gavan, Ma, Pa, Dhavan, Nivan would be first Melakarta, Kanakangi. Now, if we substitute Ni 1 with Ni 2, keeping the rest of the notes same, it becomes Ratnangi. If I substitute Ni 2 with Ni 3, it becomes Ganamurti, and so on and so forth. So, these set of 6 ragams are called a chakra. There are 12 such chakras, each consisting of 6 ragams in the Melakarta table, as we can see here. Now, a few things to notice. Why is it that we don't have a ragam with Dha 2 and Ni 1? Because Dha 2 and Ni 1 are supposed to be same Swarasthanam or position of the note. The same is the case with Dha 3 and Ni 2, which are considered equivalent positions and so on. So, if you look at this table of Melakartas here, you will find the left side is all Shuddha Madhyamam, which is Ma 1, and right side is all Pratimadhyamam or Ma 2. 1 through 36 is the Shuddha Madhyama ragas, and 37 through 72 would be the Pratimadhyama ragas. They are split into 6 ragas into 12 chakras. That is how we get 72 Melakartas in our system of classification. Going ahead, there is one more interesting aspect to the Melakarta names that have been given. They are governed by what is called as a Katapayadi Sankhya system, where it uses mnemonics of letters to denote numbers. This is just a way to remember them easily. For instance, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga, etc., as shown in this table here, are assigned numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. The first 2 letters of the Melakarta name denotes its number. How to arrive at it, we will see. For instance, take Dhira Shankarabharanam. Shankarabharanam, as we call it, is called Dhira Shankarabharanam in the Melakarta table. Dha denotes 9, as you can see here, and Ra denotes 2. So we have 9, 2. We have to reverse it, so we get 29, and 29 happens to be the Melakarta number of Dhira Shankarabharanam. So like this, you can take up any other ragams. For example, you can get Hanumat Todi, Ha, Na, the first 2 letters, right? Now, Ha is 8 and Na is 0. So, 8, 0 is what you get. You reverse it, it becomes 0, 8, which is the Melakarta number for Todi or Hanumat Todi, and so on. This you can try out in any of the Melakarta names, and it will be easy for you to find out the number of the Melakarta. Having talked about the notes, now it's time to listen to them and feel how they sound. Remember, we are talking about pure notes here without any gamakams or oscillations. I'll start with the sequence as follows. Sa, Rivan, Gavan. Sa, I'm using C or Orikattai as the basis here for this demonstration. Sa, Rivan, Gavan. Sa, Ri, Ga. Sa, Rivan, Ga2. Sa, Ri, Ga. Sa, Rivan, Ga3. Sa, Ri, Ga. Now, Sa, Ri2, Ga2. Sa, Ri, Ga. Sa, Ri2, Ga3. Sa, Ri, Ga. Sa, Ri3, Ga3. Sa, Ri, Ga. Now, Madhyamam, Ma1, Ma. Ma2, Ma. Now going on to the second half of the octave. Pa, pa dhavan ni 1, pa da ni, pa dhavan ni 2, pa da ni, pa dhavan ni 3, pa da ni, pa dha 2 ni 2, pa da ni, pa dha 2 ni 3, pa da ni sa, pa dha 3 ni 3, pa da ni sa. Now I'll again sing these notes in sequence. Sa, Re 1, Sa, Re 2, Sa, Re 3. Sa, Re, Sa, Re, Sa, Re. If I were to sing Ga 1, Ga 2, Ga 3, Ga, Ga, Ga. Similarly, Dha 1, Dha 2 and Dha 3. Pa da, pa da, pa da, ni sa. Now, ni 1, ni 2, ni 3. Ni, ni, ni sa. I hope you enjoyed this quick intro to notes. Do keep watching. Namaste.